What I did there was I said, okay, look, I don't want to lead you on anymore. I want you to see if you can find your soulmate here. I didn't want her to leave right away.
So you had a strong start to Paradise. We had some Haley, some Lace, some Kira. You were like the Bachelor, the Tarzan in Paradise. Were you surprised by that? And any regrets about the early choices you made? Because you had a lot of decisions in the beginning.
Yeah, lots of decisions. The thing about it was, and I've told this to the other press, and I've said this a lot of times, I went into this particular case in Paradise without knowing anybody. I wanted a fresh slate. I wanted to see who I enjoyed my time with. And so that means that when I went in there, I didn't have a particular person I wanted to go for, like say Brennan and Serena. I just said, all right, well, let's see who is open to having a long-term relationship. And, towards the end of the time, at first it was Kira and a little bit of Lace. Then Haley started to kind of come around, and I'm talking to her as well. But yeah, I felt like I didn't want to, again, never have I wanted to lead anybody on. And maybe many people might say I led on Jill later on, but I didn't want that to happen whatsoever. It just so happens that I felt like my bubbliness and, who I am is probably comes off well with some of the girls.
Totally. And I think that's what the show is for, right? So do you feel good about how you handled it? You can only do, people are coming to try to talk to you. You got to just do it.
Yeah. I felt like, I did what I could to see who I meshed with the most. Like you're going to go into this world and say, well, who do I like the most? Well, I got to talk to you first. I got to get to know you mentally, physically, emotionally. And yeah, I had a really great relationship with those three people. If I look back on it and say, who would I have given my rose to this time? Would I have given it to Lace again? I don't know. I don't think so. But again, nothing against Lace. She's an amazing person. Hopefully things continue to work with her and Rodney, but who knows?
Got it. Okay. Jill was quite emotional at the other hotel. What were you expecting her to be doing over there? Did you think she was going to come back, quite as emotional as she was? Did you think she was going to explore connections? What were you thinking?
After seeing that, I realized that Jill is an extremely emotional being, which I love. That's amazing. But I didn't want her to react anything like that. I felt like, because we had only known each other for a few days prior to this. We went on our date after talking for just 2 days. So we're still fresh in each other's minds. We're still a very fresh couple. We didn't have a conversation between each other before Jesse kicked all the girls off the beach. So if we had a conversation where I could have told her, hey, look, I think that, we should talk about if we do have an option with somebody else and we click, then go for it. And I would have mentioned that to her, but we didn't have that chance to speak. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't let us have our time. It would have probably gone a little bit better for both of us in terms of me being, it didn't look like I was cautious, but being a little bit less cautious. Also, I let every girl know that I was talking to, that I was also talking with Jill. Mm-hmm. So that may have made things a little bit more difficult for some people to understand that I could be a relationship with them, because they didn't know if I had something stronger with Jill. So that's kind of how it went.
Was there any part of you that wishes you kind of gave it a little bit more time when she came back, instead of kind of breaking it off right then and having her leave, which you obviously didn't know she was going to do that, but.
Yeah, that's another great question. I truly do wish I had probably proceeded, because obviously at that point, Kate and I were no longer, and I was perfectly fine with that. Yeah, I wish I had, tried to pursue us as just a couple. Getting engaged at the end, probably not, but us as an actual relationship where we could be, just talking and having fun with each other like we were before. I kind of do wish that I'd at least continued things. What I did there was I said, okay, look, I don't want to lead you on anymore. Mm-hmm. I want you to see if you can find your soulmate here. I didn't want her to leave right away.
Right.
I didn't think she would leave right away. But after what happened with her and Romeo, and then having a relationship with her and I, Jill just said, you know what, enough is enough. I got to go. I still wish I just said, let's just see what you and I have.
Yeah.
And maybe things would have gone better.
Her emotions continued a little bit in the van, and she did make a comment. He sold his couch for cash, and I cried over him. What was your reaction to that? I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Wait. Can you? I don't remember that whatsoever. Wait, what did she say?
She said he sold his couch for cash, and I cried over him, the Lyft driver.
Oh my God.
She was clearly just emotional, but I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Laughed at that.
She's an emotional being, and to be honest, Jill and I still have a great relationship to this day. We still talk a lot. That's just who she is. She loves bringing up like, oh, like, you know, next week you're so done and stuff like that, just joking around. But that's why, you know, Jill is an amazing person. You know, she really is a sweet individual. I just wish, you know, again, I wish she wasn't as emotional over me in that particular case, just because I am a fun, goofy person and just like to have some fun.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I am there for a proposal. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But again, it is sad to see her leave.